We begin with breaking news this evening. A large fire at Columbia Park has been burning for hours. This is a live look from one KAPP Skycam where you can still see some smoke. Now to some video of the fire from earlier this afternoon. Firefighters have blocked off a large portion of Columbia Park Trail. The Kennewick Fire Chief says there's no danger to buildings or people, and it remains unclear how this fire started. We're also dealing with a shift in weather conditions this evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Madeline Hagan.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Let's get right to what's happening outside. And again, we were worried about that fire with the winds picking up, but we are seeing a noticeable decrease in the smoke there. Again, that is on the Kennewick side of the riverfront area in the Columbia Park region. So we're keeping a close eye on that. We're also keeping a close eye on that thunder and lightning coming in. It is in the Blue Mountain region at the moment. It is going to be breaking through here in the next couple of hours. We do expect to see some early thunder and lightning possible, changing into light rain into your Friday as we definitively cool down tomorrow as we get some northerly temperatures as opposed to southerly temperatures. Right now 74 in Yakima. Again, looking pretty nice as we're heading into the evening hours. 73 for the Tri-Cities with just close to 20-mile-per-hour winds. So folks, get ready for much cooler temperatures tomorrow. It's going to be almost our overnight lows for your highs. It's going to feel like late October tomorrow. All of your forecast that's coming up.
Thanks, Jason. The search for a suspect accused of shooting a teenager continues. Police still trying to piece together where it all took place after the victim ended up in a Richland emergency room. Richland police searching the neighborhood adjacent to Richland High School this afternoon because that's what investigators were originally told by the victim. Several schools in the area went on lockdown as a precaution, but then the victim's story changed. Police were told the shooting actually happened in Benton City, nowhere near the high school. Still, community safety remained at the forefront of officers' minds.
The important thing is the safety and security of the students and the community members that are in that general area. So, I think that's probably the paramount thing that they're considering is the overall safety of our community and our kids that are at the school.
The lockdowns were lifted about an hour after the first calls came in. Investigators haven't yet released where in Benton City the shooting happened. RPD said they'll be coordinating with the Benton County Sheriff's Office to continue this investigation. We're told the teen's injury was not life-threatening.
New at 6, former Seattle Sonic Sean Kemp pleaded not guilty to an assault charge this morning in Pierce County Superior Court. After the arraignment, Kemp was released without bail. This stems from a shooting outside a Tacoma mall in March. Kemp allegedly fired a gun as he attempted to receive a cell phone he says was stolen from him. Tacoma Police's probable cause documents indicate surveillance video does not support some of Kemp's claims. He reportedly told police he went to get a gun after someone shot at him. However, surveillance video showed Kemp already had the gun when he approached an SUV in an effort to get his phone back. Kemp played for the Seattle Supersonics between 1989 and 1997.
An update tonight on a fatal shooting Wednesday involving Yakima police. They previously reported it was a 27-year-old man, but authorities have now identified the victim, or the man rather, as 39-year-old Sergio Orduña Mata. According to police, 3 YPD officers shot at the man who was having a mental health crisis on his front lawn and allegedly had a weapon in hand. Police say they asked the man to put down the weapon multiple times, and at some point they fired at him.
The decedent's name is Sergio Orduña Mata. The manner of death is homicide. The cause of death is a gunshot wound to the torso.
Those YPD officers are on administrative leave, and authorities say they'll be releasing the names of those officers involved and how long they've been with the department soon. A new push today to change how missing and murdered Indigenous people cases are handled.
It's being discussed at the MMIP Symposium in Toppenish today and tomorrow. But as KVEW's Emily Goodell tells us, even the recent changes made to help have their limits.
I was raised with the silent crisis and the whisper network from aunties and mom and women in my family, to the point where I didn't ever think that it would be awareness and talking about it at this scale. That the same time, there seems like so many basic things that should have been in place.
Like Washington State Patrol's Missing Indigenous Persons List, launched 2 years ago.
They listened to tribes and advocates that said, we have these people that are missing. Why don't we know who they are?
Or their Missing Indigenous Person Alert System, launched just last year.
And I've seen numerous times where that alert has been canceled as a result of that person being found safe.
But both resources have their limits.
Washington State Patrol's data is only as good as their access to it. So that doesn't take into account racial misclassification, older missing persons case where you have technological divides where they might not be uploaded into any system.
Advocates with the Yakama Nation Behavioral Health Victim Resource Program help families to navigate the system.
It could be helping making a flyer, it could be helping, driving people around to hang up those flyers.
Provide emotional support and be a bridge between family and law enforcement.
Just communicating and giving them updates on what is possibly happening, what's going on. Okay, this has happened, so this is what to expect next.
Tribal Council also has a special MMIP committee and has developed a missing persons form, but no announcement on a tribal community response plan for MMIP or a public report by the committee. Not perfect changes, but positive ones, though happening all too slow.
As a mother of children and girls especially, you look at those delays and you think, why isn't this faster? And it's going to take so many of us to continue asking those questions and being able to assist our leaders with making informed decisions to protect our people.
In Toppenish, Emily Goodell, KAPP Local News.
The MMIP Symposium continues tomorrow with families sharing their stories and marching for awareness.
Pasco City crews spent the morning repairing a water main break after a crash. That crash happened at Road 68 in Argent just before 8 a.m. this morning. It's not yet known what caused the crash or if anyone was hurt, but it caused a water main to burst and sent water spilling all over the road. One lane was shut down until the crash could be cleared and the water main repaired. Police were on scene to help keep early morning traffic going as much as possible.
Well, it's happening again. Today, Republican state lawmakers in Oregon refused to show up for work for the second time this week. They walked out yesterday just before the legislature was supposed to vote on proposal on gun control, abortion, and gender-affirming health care. Republicans say they're protesting because the proposals are not written in plain language, which is required by a law from the 1970s. In Oregon, the legislature can't hold a vote without at least 2/3 of the lawmakers present. And in the state Senate, when Republicans walk out, they don't have enough people to vote. Republicans walked out to block votes in 2019 and 2020 as well. But in 2021, voters approved a law that bans lawmakers from running for re-election if they have 10 or more unexcused absences. Here in Washington, Governor Inslee took action on more than 6 dozen bills today, including the one that requires the state to keep paying hospitals for Medicaid or Medicare patients who don't need intensive care anymore, but who still need a nursing home or assisted living care. The Washington State Hospital Association has said previously they're struggling to find places for people once they're ready to leave the hospital, but not able to go home just yet. And the governor also signed a new law that will increase the punishment for illegal racing and other potentially dangerous road stunts. Starting on January 1st of next year, if you get arrested for street racing, you can lose access to your vehicle for 3 days. If you're convicted more than once, you could lose the vehicle entirely. Well, the Seattle Kraken take the ice in about 20 minutes as they pursue their first Stanley Cup title. It's just their second year, everyone.
Yeah, incredible.
A preview is coming up.
Plus, reconnecting the community with what's on our plate. West Richland farmer introduces us to the concept of regenerative farming.
Also, turning back time, the treasures unearthed in West Richland. You're watching KAPP Local News at 6. We'll be right back.
It's the Great Northwest RV Show this Wednesday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Great Northwest RV Show Wednesday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
When you own a Ford,
you get more than a vehicle. You get the benefit of having your vehicle picked up for service.
Here for the Explorer. There you go. All right, we'll get it right back to you.
This is U-Mode.
All the convenience of owning a Ford with a local partner. Corwin Ford Tri-Cities.
When you get Spectrum One, you get fast, reliable internet for $49.99. I mean, I could stop right there, but I won't because, surprise, you find out you're also getting free advanced Wi-Fi with Security Shield, which makes it an even better deal. Until another surprise. You find out you're also getting a free line of unlimited mobile with 5G. Amazing! Surprise again, you also get Speed Boost, which makes your Spectrum mobile speeds even faster when you're connected to Wi-Fi. Surprise, it's me. That's a lot of surprises. I should just popped out of that. Point is, with Spectrum One, you're gonna be very surprised by all the free stuff you get. Or you would be if I hadn't already just told you. But still, when you get in there, could you act surprised? Well, something for the people in the store. Get Spectrum One, internet for just $49.99, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free line of unlimited mobile. Visit spectrum.com/surprise, a Spectrum store, or call 844-7-SURPRISE today.
Alien tape is strong enough to hold this fishbowl on a moving car. Just peel and stick and make anything stay in place quick. A wooden shelf, a basket to glass, rugs to the floor, and so much more. Alien tape sticks to brick, pavers, marble, tile, plastic, even leather. Nothing works better. Alien tape secures in seconds, then twist, pull, and rinse to reuse. You're dying to try it. Here's your chance to buy it.
Call 1-800-284-4157 or go to tryalientape.com. That's 1-800-284-4157.
At the Blue Mountain Station in Dayton, Washington, we invest in community. Our partners include Sweet Cheeks Bake Shop, Cedar Rain Spirits, Onyx Farms, Ray's Roast, Red Band Cellars, Bard and Bead Meadery, and the Co-op and Commercial Kitchen. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
The Golf Forecast, sponsored by Wild Horse Resort and Casino and the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic, August 14th through 20th.
Welcome back on this Thursday evening. Well, a West Richland farmer is on a mission to reconnect consumers with their food. Aubrey Gallegos with Pearl Jack Farm in West Richland is doing just that with her sheep, turkeys, and chickens.
And she's also ensuring her animals don't deplete the land through regenerative farming. Tonight she explains how her methods of farming are helping the land instead of depleting it.
Pearl Jack Farm in West Richland may only be over a year old, but the idea originates from Aubrey Gallegos' family, who were cattle ranchers in the Dakotas.
Had I think a complicated relationship with the ranch. I wanted to take their story and kind of infuse it with hope for the future and have them be a part of the future of farming in our family.
Now, you won't find cattle on this farm. Aubrey raises turkey, chickens, and sheep for consumption and breeding. It's a 180-degree change from Aubrey's life a couple years ago when she was working in Brooklyn, New York.
And at the time, actually, I was vegan.
Now she's on a mission to reconnect consumers with their food.
I think people really want local food. They want nutritious food. They want humane food. And I would love to see that be the easy choice. Right now it's the hard choice, right?
While ensuring her animals are raised humanely on thriving land.
You fitting the farm into the larger ecosystem rather than trying to create a farm that fights the ecosystem.
For Aubrey, that means getting back to the original ways of farming, which has recently been coined as regenerative.
It used to be sustainable farming, and then it switched to regenerative. And I think that was a really important mindset shift that happened in our community, where it was like, we're not just trying to be sustainable, we're not just trying to sustain this property, we're actually trying to improve it and get it even a little bit more wild.
It's definitely more work, and it might take more time for the financial kickback to outweigh the cost. But Aubrey says happy animals and healthy land are worth it.
Rotational grazing is kind of the fundamental approach that I have to running the farm. So the sheep ideally will be on one kind of small patch of grass for a very short amount of time. Their manure is really nutrient rich and creates this very rich subsoil ecosystem, and that gives the grass a chance to regrow. It also reduces the likelihood of parasites.
Pearl Jack Farm was recognized by a national nonprofit and awarded a grant to buy more mobile coops, chickens, and her trusty farm dog in training. Aubrey hopes she can offer locally grown meat that's within everyone's price range while sticking to her values and honoring the origins of Pearl and Jack.
I'm going to put a lot of work in, a lot of money in, and I'm not necessarily going to see that return. But to me, there's no point in farming if I can't do it this way.
And Aubrey is in the process of getting her website finished for online sales. And in the future, she hopes to add pigs as well as tours of the farm. For now, you can find her on Instagram. We have that information on yaktraynews.com. Well, the city of Kennewick held a ribbon cutting this morning for a new 6 million gallon reservoir and pumping station. The mayor says businesses and residents have identified safe water as their #1 item to be addressed. The water storage reservoir improvements included a new access road, new water transmission mains across the site, and a new reservoir and pumping station, an on-site overflow detention basin, and the demolition of the existing reservoir. Public Works Director Carrie Rowe explained that this process took just a few years to complete.
And it took about 3 years to get from start to finish. It was March 2020. We formally completed in March of 2023.
The city says the new infrastructure will benefit the community by providing clean, reliable water and fire protection to residents and businesses. The new pumping station was designed to support another several million gallon reservoir in the future to accommodate the growing community. It's located at 18th Avenue and Kellogg Street in Kennewick.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday evening, everyone. Hope you're having a good one so far. We're keeping an eye on that fire at Columbia Park on the Kennewick side of the river, and starting to die down. It at least appears on the smoke, so we're keeping a close eye on that as we keep moving into our evening hours. So we do have rain on the way, and it's going to be raining into tomorrow. Looks like tonight that chance of thunder and lightning very good, and they'll be seeing it transition to just light rain as we get to tomorrow morning and into your Friday. So that's the timing for all of that. Big temperature drop as we head into tomorrow. So let's take a look at the showers. Oh, look at this cell. It is about to get to our friends in Dayton, about to break through as well into Pendleton. So we're keeping a close eye on this. I'm sure you can already hear it in Walla Walla. So storms are on the way, and we do expect again for the next couple of hours that chance of seeing some thunder and lightning and then changing into just plain old light rain. And speaking of tomorrow, we're going to take a quick look at this low pressure system, which is going to be ruling the roost for at least tomorrow, bringing in, just pumping in cooler temperatures in from the north and bringing in some just pretty steady off and on showers. Very light though tomorrow, so it's going to feel a little bit like late October tomorrow. So as we look at our future cast, we see those cells continuing to come into our areas, and then we'll see it move a little bit to the north, and then we'll be seeing more shower activity coming in as we get into our Friday and into pretty much our afternoon hours, and then start to dissipate as we get to late Friday into Saturday. Then a little bit of morning showers, very possible as we get into late Saturday into Sunday. So folks, possibly not the sustained showers overnight we were expecting into overnight tonight, but still some showers are expected. So as we look at our temperatures, we're in the mid 70s, right around the mid to upper 60s. So pretty chilly along the Blue Mountain region and for Ellensburg, pretty much on par with what we were expecting today. And we have that big drop going into tomorrow. So from today, a 20-degree drop for the Tri-Cities, but from yesterday, it's a 30-degree plus drop. Then we'll start to kind of steady the ship, still be below our average as we head into our next work week. So chilly conditions abound, but nothing like we expect to see tomorrow. My goodness. So wind speeds all over the place. 32-mile-per-hour winds in Ellensburg, 19 for the Tri-Cities, starting to abate a little bit for the Blue Mountain region. We do expect to see winds to slow down as we get to early tomorrow morning, 10 to 15 mile per hour. Still some breezy conditions into our weekend, but they will be slowing down, and we'll still see those breezy conditions heading into our next work work week. So just a little bit of wind, but no real wind events are on the way besides what we're seeing tonight. For your golf forecast tomorrow, probably not the best day to head out to the links. Wind and light rain, very cool as well. Start to right the ship for our weekend, though we're still going to be below our average. Should be pretty nice conditions for your golfing if you head on out to the links. All right, overnight tonight, lower 50s, upper 40s. And again, as we're moving along in our evening, it looks like a little bit less of a chance of that overnight showers, probably some early evening showers and then morning showers off and on for you tomorrow. Then we'll see those return late on Saturday. But look at those highs. Lower 60s, mid to upper 50s. 7-day forecast, again, looking a little bit better for your weekend. Rain looks to return on your Monday. Then we'll slowly warm up in our next work week. Looks like we might get above our average by Thursday. In the Yakima region, 66 by Saturday. Going to be those mid to lower 60s through Tuesday. And then slowly warming up. Overnight lows kind of settling into those mid 40s. So folks, some shower activity with maybe some thunder and lightning tonight. We're already seeing it just outside of Walla Walla in the Dayton area, and then light rain and cool temperatures for your Friday. All right, KVEW local news at 6. We'll return after this.
It's the Great Northwest RV Show this Wednesday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Great Northwest RV Show Wednesday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Whether you're looking for your next house plant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Keep the flock healthy and happy with the largest selection of purina around. Plus, all the equipment you need to keep the farm running right. And we have the best customer service. We really do. Northwest Farm Supply in Hermiston, Prosser, and Othello.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection. Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish. Or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on. Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
Stay connected with your world, wherever, whenever, with the KVEW Plus app.
We begin with breaking news tonight.
Big stories, first alert weather, live streaming, and more. KVEW Plus, available in the App Store and Google Play.
Create the bedroom sanctuary of your dreams during the memorial sale at More Furniture for less than $700. This bed featuring padded headboards, side rails, and footrest is only $695. Add a touch of glam with this queen bed with padded headboard, mirror detail, and lighting in 2 color options for only $695. Give any bedroom a refined elegance with this classic arch panel bed, still only $695. Preview these sale specials and chat with one of our design experts at morefurniture.com.
The biggest Jeopardy event ever is in prime time. Monday, 6 all-time greats.
What is grit?
Who's Caro?
What is Mean Girls?
One incredible tournament.
Oh,
I think you should get this checked out.
bring it.
Who will be crowned the first ever Jeopardy Masters champion? If we have any more games like that, I don't know if my heart is going to hold out.
Jeopardy Masters primetime event starts Monday, 8/7 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Portion of KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
A ceremony that was put off for a couple of years, lost to time, took place last night. The Wiley Elementary School time capsule was finally opened. Memories from more than 2 decades ago were unveiled in front of former and current staff, students, and Wiley Coyote fans.
So it was sealed at the, I like to call it the turn of the century,
Most definitely.
year 2000. Following the first school year. Then it was put on display until it was supposed to be open in 2020. Then was pushed off due to the pandemic until last night.
Inside were many, many Pokemon cards, Beanie Babies, letters, and photos from the students and staff of the year 2000, and even a former student's Game Boy, which is being returned to its rightful owner. Fantastic. Former principal Mark Nelson was the master of ceremonies at the event and says this year's class will be making its own time capsule to be opened 20 years from now. It's just incredible how times can change in 20 years. You think about technology of Game Boys, for example,
right?
In 2000 versus handheld games
just
now.
On
it's
your
incredible.
Phone. I think Game Boys are still around. I know Pokemon is still around.
It absolutely is.
So you just don't know what's going to hang on. All right, folks, you're watching KAPP Local News. We'll be right back.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Luxurious Karastan carpets are just the footing you need to live beautifully. And now, during National Karastan Month, you can save beautifully. Use your exclusive rebate to receive up to $1,000 back on select styles of Karastan carpets and the flawless craftsmanship of Luxe Craft hard surface flooring. Live beautifully, save beautifully with Karastan at Floor & Home by Carpet One.
Come see us at Floor & Home. Let us help create your space.
Oh my gosh, Chris Bryant, Freddie Freeman, hustling in for the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu? Oh, 5 iconic flavors here for a limited time, like new peanut butter puppy chow.
Wow.
And s'mores is back.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow is right.
Hey guys.
Wow.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. Hustle in before it's gone.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Reel in a fortune during the $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Cash your line and win up to $750 free play, $1,000 cash, or hook a new 15-foot Alaskan DLX boat. Play Wednesdays and multiply your entries. Use your club wild card and earn points and win special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
Whether you're looking for your next house plant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
Do you have any land that gets no use? Save some money by using an American-made power racking system. It's a more cost-effective option than a standard pole and concrete method. Invest in green energy with the pros at Solar Power Northwest. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
At the Blue Mountain Station Cooperative in Dayton, Washington, we offer you the Pacific Northwest's finest local products, fresh baked goods, locally grown produce, artisan cheese, fresh roasted coffee, wine, honey, and so much more. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, the Seattle Kraken, they play Game 2 tonight in Round 2 of the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Kraken facing the Dallas Stars in Dallas. No rest during Game 1 when the teams combined for 9 goals. The Kraken scored the game winner in overtime. While that Game 1 may have looked easy, that may not be the case during the rest of the series.
Both teams have the ability to generate offense.
And I don't think that will change throughout the series. It's a matter of the adjustments that we need to make to try to negate and close down some of those opportunities for the other side.
The Dallas Stars have scored the third most goals out of any team in the playoffs. The puck drops in just minutes. Let's just say it's dropping right now.
At this very second.
At this very moment.
We'll expect crowds in the Lilac City, the event taking place this weekend that will draw tens of thousands of runners to Spokane.
Plus, we rely on them all the time, but lithium-ion batteries come with a real risk.
Also, find out why officials had to tranquilize an eastern Washington moose. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
Now, KAPP local news at 6:30.
And now at 6:30, an update on a wildfire that we've been tracking in Kennewick. You can see the not as much smoke as it has been, but still some smoke there. It's been burning for hours, and this is a live look where we have seen smoke billowing into sky for some time. Now to some video shot of the fire earlier. Firefighters have blocked off a large portion of Columbia Park Trail. Kennewick Police Chief says there's no danger to buildings or people, and no word yet on how the fire started. And Maddie, you were out at that fire.
Yes.
What did it look like from your perspective?
So we were up on Canal near Perry. That's
sure.
Just kind of above the Blue Bridge area, and you could still see more smoke kind of starting from a very active fire. So it was very active. That was around the 5 o'clock hour.
Sure.
So still kind of a little bit of a haze outside. Alyssa got super close to the fire, as we saw there. So just we're working to figure out where, how and where this all started. And we'll continue to keep people updated on the website.
And we have had a number of fires starting near the river there. So again, we'll keep an eye on that. Well, hey, let's take another look outside. And folks, we're looking at things clearing up, at least smoke-wise, but we have more shower activity on the way. Let's take a look at those showers. Dayton is in the midst of a thunderstorm right now. It is just to the north of Walla Walla, and it's about to peak into the Pendleton area. So we do expect to see some shower activity tonight. You'll probably hear some thunder if it doesn't come to your area. 74 right now in Yakima. Folks, we're going to not make it to the 60-degree mark tomorrow, most likely. So hope you enjoyed the heat for the last 2 days. We were worried about those winds in the Tri-Cities with that fire going on, but looks like the firefighters are taking care of it, at least so far. So folks, I'll get you ready for a much cooler Friday and a below average weekend on the way. That's my full forecast that's coming up.
Thanks, Jason. Tonight, we're learning more about a Washington doctor and professor who died this week on Mount Everest. According to the ABC affiliate in Seattle, Dr. Jonathan Sugarman worked in family medicine at the University of Washington. Friends and colleagues say he had a resume that's unmatched in improving health care.
That every time I met him, he seemed that he was his best self, and he encouraged me to be my best self. Caring, compassionate, creative, innovative, and a real doer. He got things done. This is a gentleman who still had a lot to offer all of us, and I think that is the enormous personal loss that many of us feel.
The 69-year-old started to feel ill at Camp 2 on Everest, which sits near 21,000 feet. The expedition company he was traveling with, Washington-based International Mountain Guides, released a statement which says, the quote, "This was not the result of a climbing accident or a route condition that would be of potential impact or safety concern to any other teams on the mountain," end quote.
Lithium-ion battery fires becoming more and more common. They're used in everything from electric scooters to cars to electric toothbrushes and cell phones. These batteries have become a part of our everyday lives, but they can also be very dangerous and even deadly. Derek Dice took a closer look at those dangers.
Had they blown up, right, it would have burned the whole middle of the house out.
Greg Heister is a longtime local broadcaster who uses lithium-ion batteries in video cameras for his production company.
That I've had camera batteries for 25, 30 years, right? I mean, I've had banks of them in my garage, so I'm really experienced with them. And I've never had an issue.
Until one day last June, when a battery charging in his kitchen caught fire while he was out of town.
They went up like a Roman candle, it was described to me, could not be put out.
The fire burned through the kitchen, and the smoke and soot that filled the house made it unlivable.
All the furniture had to be thrown out, all the bedding, everything had to go. every ounce or every inch of the walls have to be painted because it was covered in black throughout, like even the upstairs. It was crazy.
It's just one example of a growing number of lithium-ion battery fires the Spokane Fire Department has to deal with. Chief Brian Schaefer says the hundreds or even thousands of small cells in these batteries make them extremely dangerous.
It's almost like a firecracker. It just goes from one to another to another to another. And as one goes to another, and that thermal, the heat that's developed just continues to increase.
In fact, these fires are so dangerous, Schaefer says the department can't fight them aggressively like they would most fires.
The safer way to respond is very similar to how we respond to hazardous materials incidents. Very pragmatic within a structured plan.
But lithium ion is here to stay. So if you have these batteries in your house, like I have with this battery for my electric lawnmower, Schaefer says, number one, you should never leave them charging unattended. And number two,
make sure that you have all the safety precautions in your home, like the smoke alarms, CO alarms. Make sure that they're up to date.
Greg Heister says he'll never charge lithium-ion batteries in his house again, and he wants everyone to understand there's a risk that comes with these batteries.
I brought those batteries into my home with my family, not understanding the risk, having worked my entire career around them and never ever dreamed of this happening. But it happened, and it could have killed. It could have killed.
Now to a couple of large fires that broke out around Washington state on Wednesday. An oil fire sent large plumes of dark smoke into the air. This happened at what appears to be an auto wrecking yard. According to the Washington State Patrol, 7 drums, which contained 500 gallons of oil apiece, caught on fire. Video recorded by a helicopter showed vehicles and tires burning. One person suffered smoke inhalation. Leaking chemicals also sparked a fire Wednesday that quickly led to a hazmat emergency. This happened at the Inland Empire Paper community in Millwood in Spokane County. Firefighters had the flames out in just hours, but stayed on scene to ensure everything and everyone was decontaminated. One of the chemicals that leaked is used to bleach paper. According to fire officials, the bleaching agent leaked out of an overpressurized container and mixed with another chemical and started that fire. Since chemicals were involved, fire officials say firefighters took extra caution putting out the fire, and their work didn't end there.
Because we don't want people to have to go to the hospital. We don't want that casual exposure.
Captain Crawford says all the firefighters who went inside the building, along with employees at the scene when the fire started, had to undergo decontamination with soap and water.
And more concern over the country's financial system as another regional bank finds itself in jeopardy. PacWest becoming the latest bank on shaky footing after the collapse of 3 others. Mike Valerio has a look at where things stand and the potential impacts.
More troubling signs for America's banks. Shares of PacWest Bank were cut in half after Bloomberg reported the California-based lender is considering a sale. The bank says it's exploring strategic options.
There's 4,000 banks in the country. Interest rates have gone up at the fastest pace in 40 years, and the economy flowing. There are going to be bank failures.
In a statement, PacWest says, quote, the bank has not experienced out-of-the-ordinary deposit flows following the sale of First Republic Bank. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell remained confident in the U.S. banking system as he announced another interest rate hike on Wednesday.
Conditions in that sector have broadly improved since early March, and the U.S. banking system is sound and resilient.
But investors continue to flee from mid-sized regional banks, and the impacts stretch from Wall Street to Main Street, where the bank failures could lead to a credit crunch. Nervous bankers cutting back on lending and raising the cost on mortgages, credit cards, car loans, and small business loans.
You have to factor in that especially the more medium-sized and smaller banks lend to a lot of customers who don't have access to the corporate bond market or other markets. And so when those banks cut back lending, it is definitely going to have an impact on their customers who don't have other ready sources of borrowing.
New at 6:30, an update on the effort to hire a new city manager for Boardman, Oregon. Tuesday night, the city council voted in favor of extending a conditional offer to Brand Hammond of Medford. He's accepted that conditional offer, and the city will conduct a background check. The position came vacant in January with the resignation of former city manager Karen Pettigrew.
Tens of thousands of runners and walkers will converge this weekend on Spokane. The annual Bloomsday Race takes place this Sunday, May 7th. The 12K course spans nearly 7.5 miles with a grueling climb up the infamous Doomsday Hill. Friends and new moms Kylie and Taylor will participate together. Cameras found them walking Centennial Trail.
Down to Kendall Yards for inspo. We were like, we'll walk the Centennial and we'll get all the way to Doomsday just to look at it, to prep mentally and be like, okay, we're ready.
Yeah, visualize the hill from afar. So we're ready.
We're ready to tackle it on Sunday.
So far, more than 30,000 participants have registered. So if you're headed to Spokane this weekend, just be aware of the runners.
I'm not convinced they're ready.
They seem a little lax to be ready to run up that hill on Sunday.
Doomsday Hill is no joke. Well, a life or death emergency. A woman in distress. That's when a sheriff's deputy raced to the rescue, and it was all caught on camera.
Plus, the animal inside that trailer is pretty unhappy. Learn why wildlife officials had to tranquilize a moose in eastern Washington.
And our weather is about to transition to much, much cooler. I'll have your first alert weather forecast that's next on KAPP KVEW Local News at 6:30.
The Golf Forecast, sponsored by Wild Horse Resort and Casino and the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic, August 14th through 20th.
This Memorial Day at Furniture Row, we're prepping for savings so big, they're backing them in by the truckload. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 6 years no interest and special purchases while they last. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
It's the Great Northwest RV Show this Wednesday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Great Northwest RV Show Wednesday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
Tomorrow, the coronation, now just days away, and GMA invites you to a front row seat to history. Join Good Morning America for all the royal pageantry, the family, the celebrations, the fashion, and oh yes, the parties on Good Morning America.
The secret of every great chef is their knives and how well they sharpen them. Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Imagine no more. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone, coated with Granite Stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on earth for ultimate cutting-edge durability. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro.
Very comfortable, very sharp. I thought you had to be a professional chef to cut like this.
Yeah. Woo! This is really an incredible knife.
The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy. To chop salads in seconds, cut frozen solid meat with ease, and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off, and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp, guaranteed. Why pay hundreds? Today, you'll get this complete set of 6 NutriBlades for only $29.95. You'll get the powerful Santoku knife to chop large fruit and dice onions, the slicer for razor-thin veggies and deli meat, the serrated bread knife for slicing fresh, warm bread with ease, the ultralight chef knife with reduced surface area for less friction. This versatile utility blade is great in the kitchen and around your home, and the precision paring knife for peeling and garnishing. $29.95 is an amazing value, but order right now and we'll even ship them to you for free. So get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone, the last knives you'll ever buy.
To order, call 1-800-524-6914 or go online to buynutriblade.com. That's 1-800-524-6914 or go to buynutriblade.com. Order now.
It's the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And check out the Summit Firm for only $299.99, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
A second moose sighting in eastern Washington, but this time at a North Spokane park. Washington Fish and Wildlife had to tranquilize the wandering moose to prevent it from heading into traffic. However, that drug quickly wore off and the moose made its displeasure about being locked inside a trailer well known. Definitely not a happy camper there. Well, Fish and Wildlife says if you see a moose, do not approach it. They'll typically just move along if they're left alone.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Yes, a very cranky moose there. Good Thursday evening, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful one so far. Starting to see the wind coming into many of our areas as we're getting ready for that transition of rain and then cooler temperatures. So rain into tomorrow. We're starting to see it come into our areas. We do have a good chance of seeing, at least hearing some lightning or thunder as we move along in the evening hours as well. But then it'll transition into more light rain into tomorrow morning, and we have that big temperature drop off on the way. So here's the shower activity starting to creep into our areas, starting to fan out near Walla Walla. Dayton, you're in the midst of a thunder shower right now, about to get to Pendleton as well. So we're keeping a close eye on that. Next couple of hours should bleed into the mid-Columbia. So let's take a quick second and take a look at tomorrow. We have a low pressure system which will be continuing to move up north, and it is churning in those cooler temperatures that we are going to be experiencing tomorrow. Our overnight lows are almost going to be our daytime highs tomorrow. Bring in more light showers, so the electricity will be getting out as we get a little bit more stable, even though we're going to be cooler. But the thunder and lightning are in these cells which are coming in tonight. Then they're going to move up to the north. They could stick with us, but it looks like they're going to be moving more to the north. Then we'll see those showers start to come in tomorrow morning and then stick with us as we move along in the day. Then we'll get a bit of a break for your Saturday morning, but as we get to the evening hours, we do expect to see more shower activity starting to form into our Sunday morning, so we're keeping a close eye on that. So our temperatures right now as we're heading into the evening hours, upper 70s for Prosser. Other than that, mid to lower 70s, even cooler along the blues, mid to upper 60s, 60 degrees for Ellensburg. So our temperatures are about to take that dip we've been talking about all this week down to 59. That is more than a 30-degree drop from the high that we saw yesterday at 90 degrees. Then we'll start to right the ship and kind of get just below our average as we get to Saturday, Sunday, and into our next work week as we slowly start to warm back up. Hope you got to enjoy that nice conditions we had yesterday and earlier today. Winds all over the place as well, 32 mile per hour for Ellensburg, and we're in the teens to even some 20 mile per hour winds for Prosser and Hanford. So heavy winds out there. Those will slow down to about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds by tomorrow morning. And then we'll just kind of level out to 10 to 15 mile per hour winds for your weekend and into our next work week. So no real wind events on the way besides right now. So our golf forecast, we do expect to see windy conditions tomorrow with shower activity off and on for your Friday. Looking much better to head out on the links for your Saturday and Sunday, though we will be below our averages for those 2 days. So as we head into our overnight period, lower 50s, upper 40s for your overnight lows. And then for our highs for your Friday, not a great way to start your weekend. Lower 60s to mid to upper 50s with off and on shower activity, and again, a little bit of wind out there. 7-day forecast. As we head into Saturday and Sunday, 70 degrees to Saturday, then 67 on Sunday. Good chance of seeing some more shower activity returning for your Monday. Then we'll return to the 70s and possibly get around our average or a little above it for our Thursday. Overnight lows, mid to upper 40s to lower 50s. In the Yakima region, mid 60s to lower 60s through Tuesday, then getting a little bit warmer as we start to meander into those other areas. And again, a chance of seeing a little bit of shower activity for your Monday, though we'll see some sunshine as well. So folks, here's the timeline. Tonight for the next 4 or 5 hours, pretty much till we get to just past midnight. We could see some thunder and lightning for our areas. Then that will be moving to the north. Then we have more shower activity coming in tomorrow morning. It should be light, but you just do get ready for those very chilly temperatures, highs, lower 60s, mid to upper 50s tomorrow. It will feel like late October. All right, folks, KAPP KVEW Local News at 6:30 will continue right after this.
Reel in a fortune during the $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Cash your line and win up to $750 free play, $1,000 cash, or hook a new 15-foot Alaskan DLX boat. Play Wednesdays and multiply your entries. Use your club wild card and earn points and win special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Did you know that Astria Health offers the latest technology in robotic surgery with the Da Vinci Xi? Robotic surgeries are more precise and less invasive than even laparoscopic surgeries. There is less blood loss during surgery, and patients heal more quickly, getting them back to living life sooner. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to General Surgeon Dr. Ernesto Dizon or Dr. Manuel Ibanez at Astria Sunnyside Hospital to learn more. Astria Health, always here.
It's the Great Northwest RV Show this Wednesday through Sunday only at the Hapo Center. Save big with special show pricing on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands under one roof. Tiffin, Newmar, Rockwood, Grand Design, and more. Hundreds of new and used RVs to choose from. Get ready for spring adventures now. Don't miss the Great Northwest RV Show Wednesday through Sunday at the Hapo Center on Burton Boulevard.
4752.
Hey up there. Points. Points!
Everyone knows miles are better than points.
Oh, you fancy miles. That's all you ever talk about.
Stop! I'm telling Dad you used credit.
Bah!
Pish posh. Use me.
What he needs is points.
Think about the repercussions.
It's 10% off if you sign up for a store card.
No. Oh, boy.
It's okay to use credit sometimes. Let's talk about it.
Find a healthier approach to money at Giza.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
Do I think I have an advantage? No. Look who I'm playing against. It's gonna happen today.
Big money!
Yes!
Celebrity Wheel of Fortune Ultimate Host Night, Wednesday at 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Next ET, Guardians of the Galaxy stars spilled the ET.
Should we just say it?
Yeah.
Wild confessions from Chris Pratt and his castmates.
Send me your dirty underwear and I'll wear them.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on KAPP. Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
An amazing rescue, a sheriff's deputy springing into action when a deputy saw a woman choking.
Jeannie Moose has a look at the dramatic dash cam video.
It's one thing to do the Heimlich on a dummy.
Thumb tucked into my fist.
But Deputy Jerry Weber was captured on his dash cam doing the real thing.
I've never done it before. I've never even seen it done. So I was wondering to myself, like, is this going to work?
The Noble County, Indiana Sheriff's Deputy heard the call from a passing motorist come in over 911 live.
We have a police en route. Okay. I can use the Heimlich. Oh my gosh.
He arrived in less than a minute.
She was trying to talk to me, but she was unable to talk. She was again doing the universal choking sign.
And turning red, she positioned her back to the deputy and he started abdominal thrusts.
I was afraid I was going to hurt her. So I did it 3 or 4 times and I stopped. I'm like, can you breathe yet? Are you okay yet? No.
So he kept going. The 8th thrust was the charm, though at first no food came out. How did you know that she was okay?
So she said something. What she said is, "Ow, my back, my back."
And then she expelled what was stuck. Do we know what she ate?
I believe she said that it was French fries, actually.
The deputy described her as very grateful. He says she was living in her car. Is there any lesson you take from this whole experience?
That the Heimlich works, yeah. That's a good feeling, knowing that it actually works.
Not just a how-to chart or a dummy, but hands-on proof for a deputy who himself didn't choke when faced with doing the Heimlich for the very first time. Jeannie Moose, CNN, New York.
Well, it's a skill you should have. Hope to never use it, but
Yes.
always good to know no matter where you are.
Yeah, happy ending. Just eat those French fries a little slower.
Yes, absolutely.
You're watching KVEW Local News at 6:30. We're back in the final check of your first alert weather forecast. That's next.
Hi, I'm Stan. Welcome to my Stan Talk. My theory, it's called Triple Play because you can have fun on land, sea, and air. On land, bowling, XD Dark Ride, and others. At sea, all the slides and pools in Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park. In air, the ropes course, Nebula Drop Tower, and new zip ride. Or maybe the owner just liked triple cheeseburgers. Thanks, everyone!
Triple Play has fun for everyone, including the brand new zipline ride. And it's all attached to a cozy hotel.
Mildly entertaining.
I will take that.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Not everyone can say them, but we can. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, one sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
Every 15 minutes, someone is involved in a semi-truck collision in the U.S. Whatever the cause, big trucks mean big crashes, resulting in serious, even fatal injuries, large medical bills, and loss of wages. If you've been injured in a crash with a big rig, call Abeta Nelson Injury Law today. We've handled the most big truck accidents in Central Washington over the last 40 years, recovering millions for our clients. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Has your dishwasher let you down lately?
Then see the latest Bosch dishwashers at Fred's Appliance. Fred's also has models you won't find at the box stores.
Bosch means quality and innovation. New Bosch dishwashers quietly deliver sparkling dishes.
With features like third rack and a new drying system that even dries plastic, Bosch raises the bar for dishwashers.
Fred's has more dishwashers in stock than you'll see anywhere. Come in and see us today.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a final look at the weather. Jason, that wind kind of sounds like it's picking up outside.
It's the winds of change. Again, 15 to 25 mile per hour winds, even heavier right now in lovely Ellensburg. Folks, you can see it's changing out there.
Most definitely.
And this is what we're going to look like tomorrow. We're going to be quite cloudy with shower activity. So we do have looming thunderstorms throughout our areas. These will transition into our overnight period to just light rain for your morning into your Friday. But again, folks, our highs today, mid to upper 70s. We were in the upper 60s for the Blues. Tomorrow, mid to upper 50s for your highs. So get ready for much cooler temperatures. We'll kind of right the ship. We'll warm up to around mid to upper 60s for your weekend.
All right, thanks, Jason. Thank you so much for watching. We're back tonight at 11 o'clock.